Have you ever noticed that the more you resist your pain, the stronger it seems to become? Today, I want to share something that might sound unusual at first, but I promise it has the power to change everything. What if I told you that your pain, whether physical, emotional, or mental, is actually waiting for you to communicate with it, not with fear or frustration, but with the wisdom of your deeper mind? Right now within you, there exists a divine intelligence that knows exactly how to restore every cell, every tissue, and every troubled thought. I'm going to show you how to activate this intelligence through the simple, timeless practice of speaking directly to your condition. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn has transformed thousands of lives, and yours can be next. By the end of this session, you'll grasp 3 life-changing truths. First, your pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, is not your enemy. It's a signal that can be transformed. Second, you'll learn a precise spiritual method that countless people have used to address their conditions and witness them dissolve. And third, you'll understand why the divine power of healing has always been within you, simply waiting for your cooperation. I know many of you are suffering right now. Some of you face physical pain that seems untouchable by doctors, specialist after specialist, medication after medication, tests, scans, and procedures. Yet the pain persists. Others carry emotional wounds, rejection, betrayal, loss, or abuse that never seem to heal. And some of you are trapped in cycles of anxiety, depression, or fear that feel suffocating, a weight you bear every single day, no matter what you try. You've tried therapy, prayer, books, advice, and even positive thinking. But still, the pain remains. You may even feel forgotten by God, punished for something you did, or convinced that you somehow deserve this suffering. Perhaps you believe this is just your fate. That relief is for others, not for you. Let me be perfectly clear. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. And you do not deserve this suffering. The reality is simple. You haven't yet learned the spiritual laws that govern true healing. That's not your fault. Most people never do. These laws aren't taught in schools, widely discussed in religious institutions, or commonly understood in modern society. They are ancient truths, often overlooked, but I'm here to share them with you. And when you understand and apply them, your life can change. For over 40 years, I've studied the connection between the mind and body, between beliefs and conditions, between words and experience. I've worked with thousands of people from all walks of life, rich and poor, educated and uneducated, religious and non-religious, young and old. And I've seen these principles work. Regardless of the condition, its duration, or the opinions of doctors, I've witnessed tumors vanish, chronic pain disappear, depression lift, broken hearts heal, and even people rise from beds they were told they'd never leave. This isn't about me having special powers. It's about understanding spiritual law, which functions for everyone, just as gravity or electricity does. When you understand gravity, you can use it. When you understand electricity, you can flip a switch and light a room. When you understand the spiritual law of healing, you can activate the divine intelligence within you and witness real transformation. Here's the crucial difference between what most people do and what actually works. Most people talk to themselves about their pain. They wake up cataloging their suffering. Oh, this pain is terrible today. I've always had it. It runs in my family. I guess I'll just have to live with it forever. They tell friends, family, and everyone they meet about their condition. They identify with it, making it their identity. And every word they speak reinforces the suffering, programming the subconscious to maintain it. Their subconscious mind hears, yes, this is who we are. This is reality. Let's keep it this way. What I'm about to teach is entirely different. You'll learn to speak to your pain, not about it, with the authority of divine mind. You'll address the condition directly, understanding that there is only one healing power, one creative intelligence, one divine presence, and it is flowing through you right now. You're about to learn how to speak as someone who understands spiritual law, not as a helpless victim pleading for mercy. This is the difference between passive suffering and active participation in your healing. It's the difference between feeling powerless and becoming a conscious co-creator with divine intelligence. It's also the difference between years of unending pain and the possibility of transformation beginning today. Now, some people might assume this is just positive thinking or denial of pain. They may say, "You're just going to think happy thoughts and pretend everything's fine." That's not what I'm teaching. Your pain is real. I would never dismiss or minimize what you're experiencing. The discomfort you feel exists in your current reality. But here's the deeper truth. The divine order of healing is more real, more powerful and enduring than any temporary condition. Your pain is subject to change. It can be transformed. Some people believe healing means pleading with God as if God were a distant figure deciding who gets healed and who doesn't. But that's not how divine law operates. God is not separate from you. God is infinite intelligence, the divine presence, the healing power within you right now. It's not outside you, nor does it withhold anything from you. It is you expressing through your life. You simply need to acknowledge this truth and align with it, instead of resisting it through fear and doubt. Others believe healing requires years of therapy, ideal circumstances, or the perfect combination of external factors. They think maybe someday when my life is less stressful, when I have more money, when I find the right doctor, then I'll heal. But healing doesn't depend on timing or conditions. It begins the moment you align your awareness with the infinite power that created you. Not tomorrow, not later, but right now. What makes this approach unique is that it's rooted in understanding how your subconscious mind operates and responds to suggestion. Your subconscious is the most powerful mechanism imaginable. It doesn't argue or analyze. It simply accepts what you tell it and works continually to bring those instructions into reality. When you speak to your pain with despair, saying things like, "I'll never recover," or "This is ruining my life," your subconscious accepts that as truth and maintains the condition. It says, "All right, if that's what you believe, I'll make it so." But when you speak to your condition with conviction, faith, and awareness of divine truth, your subconscious accepts that instruction instead. It begins to manifest healing in alignment with that new belief. This isn't fantasy or blind optimism. It's spiritual law in action, a scientific process of mental and spiritual alignment. This is how the universe truly operates at its deepest level. I understand what it feels like to be trapped by pain. I've been there. There were times in my own life when I suffered deeply, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I felt lost, confused, and abandoned. I asked the same questions you may be asking now. Why me? Why won't this go away? What did I do to deserve this? Will I ever be free? Is there any hope for me? I know what it's like to wake up feeling that heavy dread, wondering how to face another day. But I also know what it's like to realize that you are not powerless, not a victim. That within you lies a power greater than any illness, hardship, or diagnosis. I've learned these spiritual laws and witnessed them transform my own life. I've experienced the joy of seeing that same power change the lives of others who apply these truths with intention and awareness. That's what I want for you. Not just temporary relief or fleeting hope, but deep, genuine understanding. Understanding that leads to freedom, transformation, and peace. This is the kind of understanding that transforms everything. Not temporary comfort, but lasting, tangible results. The kind of change that a year from now will have you looking back and barely recognizing the person you were when you began this video. Stay with me, because what comes next will give you exactly that. Let me take you back to a moment that taught me the essence of true healing. Years ago, a man named Robert came into my office. He was a successful businessman running a company with hundreds of employees. Outwardly, he appeared confident, well-dressed, and in control. But the moment he sat down across from me, I could see the terror in his eyes. His hands trembled slightly, and his voice cracked when he spoke. He had just received a diagnosis that shattered his world. The doctors had found a tumor and given him a grim prognosis. 6 months, maybe a year if he was lucky. Aggressive treatment was recommended. But even then the odds were poor. Robert was 52 years old with a wife, 3 children, and a full life ahead. Now, he was being told it could all come to an end. He said, "Dr. Murphy, I'm a fighter. I built my business from nothing. The 500 and a dream became a multi-million-dollar company. I've overcome every obstacle. When people said it couldn't be done, I did it. When competitors tried to destroy me, I survived and thrived. But this is different. How do you fight something inside your own body? How do you battle your own cells? I feel helpless. And I've never felt helpless before in my life. I could see he was approaching his illness the same way he approached business, as an enemy to be defeated through sheer willpower. And that's exactly what most people do. They declare war on their conditions. They resist, fight, and push back with all their might. But here's the problem. The more you fight, the more you reinforce it. What you resist persists. The condition becomes stronger in your consciousness. I looked at him and said something that stopped him in his tracks. Robert, you don't fight it. That's the problem. Healing isn't a battle. The fight metaphor gives power to what you see as your enemy. Instead, you're going to learn to speak to it, not as an adversary, but as something that can be dissolved through spiritual understanding. He looked at me skeptically. Speak to a tumor. Are you serious? What would I even say? He was a practical man, accustomed to concrete facts and figures. This sounded like mystical nonsense to him. I said, yes, I'm serious. I'll explain why this works and teach you exactly how to do it. If you follow this consistently and with faith, you will see results. I've seen it happen hundreds of times. These principles are based on how the mind works, how the subconscious responds to suggestion, and how consciousness creates experience. Over the next hour, I taught him what I'm teaching you now. I explained that within him exists a healing power that never sleeps, never grows tired, never quits. The same intelligence that created his body from two tiny cells, one from his mother, one from his father, knows exactly how to restore it to perfect order. This intelligence is not somewhere distant. It's present in every cell of his body, constantly working to maintain, restore, and heal him. I described how his body performs tens of thousands of healing processes every second. Heartbeats, blood circulation, breathing, cell regeneration, immune defense, all without conscious thought. This is divine order, the natural state of the body. Health, wholeness, and healing are the body's natural condition. The body wants to heal, is designed to heal itself. That's how the body works. But what blocks that natural healing are our thoughts, words, beliefs, fears, and doubts. When we say things like, this tumor is killing me, I'm dying, or this is hopeless, we're actually programming our subconscious mind against recovery. We're sending instructions that sustain or worsen our condition. Our words hold power. Our thoughts hold power. Our beliefs shape our experiences. I explained to Robert that he had to stop resisting and start aligning with healing. He needed to replace words of fear with words of divine authority. He had to understand his unity with infinite healing intelligence and speak from that awareness. Not as a frightened man named Robert with a tumor, but as a divine being connected to unlimited wisdom. I gave him a specific routine. Each night before sleep, when the subconscious is most open to suggestion, he was to sit quietly, close his eyes, take deep relaxing breaths, and speak directly to his condition. I provided the exact affirmations and told him to speak them with conviction, emotion, and complete certainty that the law he was invoking would respond. He was to declare, divine intelligence created every cell in my body. That same intelligence is now dissolving this growth and restoring perfect order. I am one with infinite healing power. Every cell is filled with light and responding to the healing presence within me. This growth has no reality in divine mind. It cannot exist in the presence of divine order. It is dissolving now. My body is being restored to perfect wholeness. Divine order governs every organ, every tissue, every cell. I give thanks for my complete healing, which is manifesting now. At first he told me it felt strange, even foolish to talk to his body or address a tumor as if it could listen. His rational, business-oriented mind kept insisting, this is absurd. How can this possibly work? But I had told him to persist, to continue regardless of discomfort or doubt. I reminded him that the conscious, logical mind doesn't perform the healing. The subconscious does, and the subconscious doesn't require belief from the conscious mind. It simply responds to consistent emotional repetition. So Robert continued every night before sleep, every morning upon waking, twice a day, every day for weeks. He didn't speak with fear or desperation, but with calm confidence in spiritual law. He spoke as someone aware of his divine authority, knowing that consciousness is creative and that words spoken in faith release true power. 3 weeks later, he returned for a follow-up examination. The doctors repeated the tests, then repeated them again because they couldn't believe the results. They even called in other specialists and rechecked the original scans to ensure no mistake had been made. But it was real. The tumor had shrunk dramatically, far beyond what should have been possible in such a short time without medical treatment. The doctors were astonished. They described the outcome as unusual, unexpected, and rare. When asked what he'd done differently, whether he had tried a new treatment, experimental drug, or alternative therapy, he told them about his nightly affirmations, about aligning his subconscious with spiritual truth and cooperating with divine healing order. Some doctors smiled politely. Others dismissed it outright, but the evidence was undeniable. 6 weeks later, another scan confirmed it. The tumor was gone, completely gone. After thorough examinations, they could find no trace of it. And finally, Robert heard the words he'd been waiting for: "You're in complete remission." They labeled it spontaneous remission, as if a medical term could explain the miraculous power of mind, belief, and divine intelligence. The doctors said, "Sometimes these things just happen. We don't fully understand why the body is mysterious." But Robert understood. He called it a miracle. I told him what I'll tell you now. It wasn't a miracle in the supernatural sense. It wasn't God intervening from above to heal him while others were left to suffer. It was the natural outcome of aligning with the divine order of healing that has always been present, active, and ready to restore balance. Robert had simply stopped blocking it with fear and started activating it with faith. Years later, I met him again. He was still healthy, still free of the tumor, but more importantly, he was transformed. His entire understanding of life had shifted. He had gained a deep awareness of reality and the creative power of consciousness. He no longer saw himself as a victim of circumstance, but as a conscious co-creator with divine intelligence. He realized that his outer world, including his body, reflected his inner world of thoughts, beliefs, and words. And once you grasp that truth deeply, you can never go back to feeling powerless. Now, you might think that was an exception, that his situation was unique. You might say that worked for him, but mine is different. My pain is deeper. My condition is worse. The doctors say mine can't be cured, but let me tell you about someone very different. A young woman whose pain wasn't physical at all. Her name was Sarah, not her real name. A 28-year-old woman, beautiful, talented, and full of potential. Yet she was completely shattered. She had suffered a profound betrayal. Engaged to be married, she had built her entire future around a man she trusted completely. They had chosen a home together, discussed having children. She believed in him wholeheartedly. Then she discovered he had been deceiving her for months, living a double life and being unfaithful. Everything she thought she knew about their relationship was a lie. The engagement ended. The relationship was over and Sarah was left in unbearable emotional pain. She couldn't sleep. When she did, nightmares woke her. Eating became impossible. Food lost all taste. Within a month, she lost 20 lb. At work, she couldn't focus. She would break down crying in meetings without warning. She avoided happy couples and familiar places that reminded her of him. Half the city became a minefield of painful memories. What made it worse was the stagnation. Time passed, but the pain didn't fade. It stayed raw, sharp, and alive. Her friend said time heals all wounds, but time wasn't helping her. In fact, she was growing worse, trapped in anxiety and despair, believing she'd never recover or trust again. When Sarah came to my office, tears streamed down her face. She said, "Dr. Murphy, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't get past this. Everyone tells me to move on, to forgive and forget, but I can't. The pain is still as strong as the day it happened. I'll never trust again. I'm broken forever. How can I heal from this? There's no surgery for a broken heart, no medicine for this pain. I'm trapped." I recognized the pattern immediately. She was reinforcing her suffering through her words. Each statement, "I'll never trust again. I'm broken forever. I can't move on," was a command to her subconscious mind. She was teaching it that her pain was permanent, programming herself to remain in anguish. The subconscious was responding faithfully. "Yes, this is who we are. We're broken. We can't heal. I looked at her and said gently, Sarah, I know your pain is real. I understand how overwhelming it feels. I would never diminish what you're experiencing. Emotional pain can be as powerful and consuming as physical pain, sometimes even more so. But I need you to understand something essential. You are not broken, you're hurt. Yes, you're wounded, absolutely. But wounded and broken are not the same. A wound can heal, and it will heal when you stop telling it to stay. She looked at me puzzled. What do you mean telling it to stay? I'm not telling it to stay. I wanted it gone more than anything. I explained what I'm explaining to you now. With your words, you give your pain instructions. Every time you say, I'll never trust again, you speak that into your future. Every time you say, I'm broken forever, you program your subconscious to maintain that state. The subconscious doesn't argue. It doesn't question. It accepts what you impress upon it and works to manifest it. You are not a victim of what happened to you. Yes, what happened was terrible. Yes, he wronged you. Yes, you have every right to feel hurt. But you are not powerless. You can address this pain and transform it through the power of your consciousness. I taught her the same principle I taught Robert adapted for emotional healing. I said, you're going to speak to this pain. Address your broken heart directly, not as permanent, but as a condition that can be transformed by the healing presence within you. Stop identifying with the pain. Start identifying with the divine wholeness that is your true nature. She looked doubtful, but desperation made her willing to try. What did she have to lose? Nothing else had worked. I gave her clear instructions. Every morning before getting out of bed, she was to close her eyes and speak to her emotional wound. To the pain in my heart, I speak with divine authority. You are not permanent. You are not who I am. You are temporary and being healed right now. The infinite healing presence within me is dissolving you. Love is my true nature. Trust is my natural state. Wholeness is my divine birthright. I am being restored to perfect emotional harmony. Every cell of my heart is filled with healing light. Every memory is being cleansed and transformed. I forgive, I release. I am free. Divine order is establishing perfect peace in my emotions, in my mind, in every part of my being. At first, she told me it felt like lying. The pain was so overwhelming. It seemed like the only thing real. How could she claim wholeness when she felt shattered? It seemed artificial, even like denial. I explained she wasn't denying the pain. She was denying its permanence and power over her future. She wasn't pretending it didn't exist. She was affirming a higher truth, one more real than her current experience. In divine mind, there is only wholeness, love, and peace. Her pain was real in her current experience, but it wasn't ultimate reality. It wasn't permanent. And the more she impressed her subconscious with the truth of her divine wholeness, the more her experience shifted. I told her to persist every morning without fail, regardless of doubt or feelings. Feelings follow beliefs. Your subconscious changes your experience when you first lead with truth, not wait until it feels true. She persisted. Morning and night she spoke to her condition. Gradually, not overnight, not in a dramatic moment, but steadily, one day at a time, change occurred. First, she slept better. Nightmares lessened. Her appetite returned. Panic attacks became less frequent. Once a day, then every few days, then rarely, then stopped. She could think about the past without stabbing pain. Memories remained, but lost their destructive power. She could drive past old haunts without breaking down. Happy couples no longer caused bitter envy. Hope returned. Small at first, then sustained. She felt okay, then good, then genuinely happy. 6 months later, she returned. The transformation was remarkable. She carried herself differently. Her eyes shone within a light. She said, Dr. Murphy, I'm not the same person who sat in your office that day. I'm stronger, wiser. I understand now that I'm not a victim of circumstances or others' actions. I have a power within me that can heal anything, not just this broken heart. I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and I'm grateful. That's what happens when you learn these principles. You don't just get relief from symptoms. You gain understanding of who you are and what you can achieve. You don't just heal one condition, you acquire the key to healing anything. You move from powerless to empowered, from victim to victor. Let me share one more story. My favorite because it illustrates how simple this truth is and how adults often complicate what children understand. Naturally, a mother brought her young son to see me. He was around 6 or 7 years old. His name was Tommy. Every night, he suffered terrible nightmares, dark, frightening dreams that woke him screaming. He was afraid to sleep, afraid of the dark, and insisted on leaving the light on. Even then, fear consumed him, affecting every part of his life. He was exhausted from sleepless nights, anxious during the day, and had lost the joy of childhood. His mother had taken him to doctors. Physical causes were ruled out, and therapy was suggested, which might help over time. But she wanted faster relief. She'd heard about my work and brought him to see me. I knelt to his level and looked him in the eyes. "Tommy," I asked, "do you know that God is with you all the time?" He nodded. He'd been raised in a home where God was spoken of with love and trust. I continued, "Do you know that nothing can hurt you when God is with you?" He hesitated, then nodded again. Less certain, I assured him, "It's true. God is always with you, closer than your breath, nearer than your hands and feet. No darkness, no scary dream, no monster can hurt you when God is with you." His eyes widened. "Really?" he asked. "Really?" I said. "Man, I'm going to teach you something so simple you can do it yourself. You don't need me, your mom, or anyone else. The power is already inside you." I instructed him. Before bed, he should sit up, speak to the fear, and say out loud, "Fear, you have to leave now. God is with me and nothing can hurt me." Then lie down and sleep. Just those simple words. His mother looked skeptical, probably thinking, as Robert had, that this was too simple. How could a few words fix months of suffering? That night, Tommy followed the instructions. His mother later told me she heard him through the door. He sat up, said the words clearly, then lay down and slept deeply and peacefully through the entire night. No nightmares, no terror, no crying. The next night, same thing. And the night after that, the same. Within a week, he no longer needed to say it. The fear had gone. Within 2 weeks, he was back to his old self, playing, laughing, joyful, sleeping with the lights off, completely free. Why did it work so quickly for a child, while adults often struggle for months or years? Children haven't yet developed the doubts, complications, and intellectual resistance that adults carry. They have simple faith. They believe what they're told. They trust. They act without overthinking. When belief aligns with spiritual truth, results come quickly. Tommy's consciousness was open and receptive. His subconscious accepted the suggestion immediately because there was no resistance. We adults could learn a lot from a child's trust, their simple faith, their willingness to act without hesitation. Jesus said, "Unless you become as little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven." What did he mean? He meant exactly this. The kingdom of heaven is awareness of divine presence, recognition of the power within you. You can't access it with doubt or skepticism. You access it through simple faith, trust, and willingness to believe in a power greater than your condition. These 3 stories, Robert, Sarah, and Tommy, aren't just touching examples. They reveal spiritual laws that work for everyone in every situation, for every type of condition. Now, let's break down exactly what happens when healing occurs, because understanding this will change everything. When you understand the law, you can use the law. When you understand how healing works, you can activate it in your own life. There are 3 fundamental truths you must understand. I'll take my time with these because they are that important. Each of these truths will shift your understanding of what's possible for you. The first fundamental truth is this: the divine order of healing is always active. Always. Not sometimes. Not only when conditions are ideal. Not only for special good or lucky people. Always for everyone, including you. Right now, in this very moment, within you is a healing intelligence that knows exactly how to restore you to wholeness. Your body is constantly healing itself. Every second, healing is happening. Cut your finger and notice what occurs. You don't have to tell your blood to clot. You don't have to direct your white blood cells to rush to the injury. You don't need to consciously instruct skin cells to multiply and close the wound. It all happens automatically, guided by an intelligence far superior to your conscious mind. This intelligence is what I call divine order. It's the same power that keeps your heart beating without conscious thought. Last night, while you slept, your heart continued to beat, your lungs continued to breathe, your cells regenerated and your immune system protected you, all without conscious effort. While unconscious and unaware, this divine intelligence was sustaining, maintaining, and healing you. Right now, your body is performing thousands of chemical reactions per second to keep you alive and well. As you listen, your body is digesting food, circulating blood, eliminating waste, fighting bacteria and viruses, repairing damaged cells, creating new cells, and balancing hormones, enzymes, and neurotransmitters. All without any conscious effort from you. The divine intelligence within you is doing it all. This is what I mean by divine order. It is the natural state of the body. Health is natural. Wholeness is natural. Healing is the body's default setting. The body wants to heal. It's designed to heal. It's programmed to heal. This intelligence never rests, never tires, never gives up. It's working this very second to restore you to perfect wholeness. Here's the crucial point most people don't understand. This healing power responds to your beliefs and your words. As the Bible says, "Yet as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Your heart refers to your subconscious mind, the deep mind that runs your body and shapes your experience. As you think in that deep mind, so you are. Not someday, so you are right now. Your subconscious mind doesn't question, debate, or deliberate. It accepts everything you impress upon it as instruction and works day and night to manifest it. It is completely neutral. It will work for you or against you depending on what you program it with. When you say, "I'll never get better," your subconscious responds, "Yes, that's our instruction. We'll maintain this condition, keep the pain active, keep the illness ongoing." When you say, "This pain is destroying my life," it accepts that too and ensures the experience continues. When you say, "I'm a victim of this condition," your subconscious affirms, "Yes, we're powerless. We'll stay in this victim state." But when you speak differently, everything changes. When you say, "Divine order is restoring me," your subconscious immediately responds, "Yes, that's our new instruction." When you say, "Divine order is restoring me," your subconscious hears it as instruction. Let me activate all the healing mechanisms. Let me rally every resource of this body to bring about restoration. When you affirm, "I am one with infinite healing power," your subconscious accepts the truth and begins manifesting it in your experience. When you say, "Every cell of my body is filled with divine intelligence and is responding to the healing presence within me," your subconscious immediately begins making that real in your body. This is not imagination. It's not pretending. It's how the mind-body connection actually works. Science has proven that your thoughts influence your body chemistry. Fearful thoughts trigger stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, increase heart rate, raise blood pressure, and suppress the immune system. The body enters fight or flight mode, all from thoughts alone with no external threat, no actual danger. If negative thoughts can create negative changes, then positive thoughts aligned with spiritual truth can create positive changes. If fear can make you sick, faith can make you well. If doubt weakens your immune system, belief strengthens it. This is measurable, scientific, and real. Consider this analogy. Imagine the most advanced computer in the world on your desk. It has unlimited power and potential, able to do anything you program it to do. But right now, you keep typing commands like crash, freeze, malfunction, fail, error. The computer does exactly what you tell it to do. It's not broken. It's perfectly functional, just following bad programming. Your subconscious mind is infinitely more powerful than any computer. It always says yes to your dominant thoughts and beliefs. The healing power within you is perfect, complete, and always active. You are simply learning to give it the correct instructions instead of programming it for continued suffering. Ancient wisdom teachers understood this fully. Sickness is not punishment from God. God is not a petty tyrant handing out disease to those who displease him. God is infinite intelligence, creative power, loving presence expressing as all life. God is within you, not separate. God is the life force animating your body at this very moment. Sickness occurs when divine law is misused. Just as touching a hot stove burns you, it's not God punishing you. It's misuse of the law of heat. Jumping off a building and getting hurt is misuse of gravity, not punishment. Programming your subconscious with fear, doubt, and hopelessness And then falling ill is misuse of the law of mind. God is not withholding healing. God is the healing itself. The intelligence that wants to restore you is already at work. You just need to align with it instead of resisting. Cooperate rather than block it with fear or doubt. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "It is done unto you as you believe." Not as you hope, not as you wish, not as you beg, but as you believe. Belief is the switch that turns on the healing power that is always present. The power never changes, but your belief determines whether you experience it. If you believe you are helpless, you experience helplessness. If you believe you'll never get better, you won't. Not because God withholds healing, but because your belief blocks it. If you believe in the divine order of healing, in the infinite power within you, and in your ability to speak to your condition with authority, then that is exactly what you will experience. The power responds to belief. Understanding this first truth is essential, but there's a second truth that transforms how you approach pain. And this is where most people make their greatest mistake. Listen carefully. The second fundamental truth is you must confront the condition directly and with authority. Most people pray about their condition, saying things like, "Dear God, please heal this pain. Please take away this illness. Please make me better. I'm begging you. Please help me." Many pray this way for years, even decades, and wonder why nothing changes. This is passive prayer. It's begging. Approaching God as though he were a distant ruler who might grant your request if you pled long enough or behave well enough. But that's not how spiritual law operates. What I'm teaching is active prayer, scientific prayer, grounded in an understanding of divine principles. You don't beg God to heal you. You recognize that God is the healing power already within you, and you speak from that awareness. You address the condition not as something beyond your control, but as something that must respond to the divine authority you express. This isn't arrogance or ego. It's spiritual understanding. You are not separate from God. You are not a helpless being kneeling before an angry deity. You are a divine expression of God himself, God individualized. The Bible says, "Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? And greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world." It also says, "I and my Father are one." The same intelligence that created galaxies, formed billions of stars, guides the planets, makes flowers bloom, and grows a human being from a single cell. That same intelligence lives within you. It is not somewhere far away. It expresses through you. When you speak to your pain from this understanding, you are not speaking as a fearful, powerless individual. You are speaking with the authority of the infinite within you. You are addressing your condition as a divine being who knows the truth of their nature and their power. Jesus demonstrated this perfectly throughout his ministry. He never begged illness to leave. He didn't pray timidly to God, saying, "If it's not too much trouble, maybe heal this person." He commanded with authority, "Be thou clean, rise, take up thy bed and walk, be opened. Peace, be still." And the conditions changed instantly because he knew his oneness with divine power, and he used that authority. Then he told his followers, "The works that I do shall ye do also, and greater works than these shall ye do." He wasn't. He claiming to be unique or untouchable. He was showing what's possible when you know who you truly are and live from that awareness. Here's an analogy to make this clear. Imagine you're the president of a large company. You have complete authority, the power to make decisions, direct operations, change policies, hire or fire, and allocate resources. But one day you wake up with amnesia. You wander into your own office building, unaware of who you are. You start begging the janitor to make decisions, pleading with the secretary for permission to act, asking the mail clerk to help you. Everyone looks at you strangely because you already have all the authority. You've simply forgotten. You hold the power, but you're not using it because you've forgotten your true position. This is exactly what happens in healing. As expressions of the divine, as living temples of God's intelligence, we already possess the authority and power to heal. We have direct access to the creative force that made us. But we've forgotten who we are. We've entered a state of amnesia. We forget who we truly are. So we beg, plead, and act powerless when we should be recognizing our divine authority and speaking from that place. You're not trying to convince God to heal you. You're not hoping God will notice you if you pray hard enough. You are claiming the healing that is already yours by divine right. You are acknowledging what is already true and speaking it into manifestation. Here's where people often go wrong, and I see this all the time. They speak to their pain with fear and doubt. Their voice is shaky, their words uncertain. They say things like, "Pain, would you please maybe consider leaving? I really hope you'll go away. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm trying." That gives all the power to the condition. It is speaking as a victim, not as someone who understands spiritual law. Instead, you must speak with calm certainty. Not shouting, not desperate, not angry, but with the quiet confidence of one who knows divine law is backing your word. Speak the way Jesus did, with authority, with certainty, with knowing. You are not hoping it works. You know it works because spiritual law is as reliable as any physical law. When you drop an apple, you don't hope gravity will work. You know it will. When you flip a light switch, you don't hope electricity will flow. You know it will. Similarly, when you speak to your condition with the understanding of spiritual law, you know it works because consciousness is creative and the word spoken with faith releases power. Mystics across all traditions understood this. Ancient Egyptians, Hindu sages, Buddhist masters, Kabbalists, Christian mystics all knew that a word spoken with conviction and understanding releases creative power. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Your word aligned with divine truth carries the same creative power that spoke the universe into existence. You are not forcing or manipulating anything. You are allowing divine order to express through your consciousness. You are cooperating with the law rather than resisting it. By aligning your consciousness with the truth of wholeness, you open the channel for healing to flow. Now you understand that healing power is always active and that conditions must be addressed with authority. But there's one more critical element, the aspect most misunderstood and where true transformation occurs. The third fundamental truth is this: your healing begins with acceptance, not fighting. This paradox confuses many people. You don't heal by battling your pain. You heal by accepting the truth of your divine wholeness while addressing the condition from that place. When you fight pain, you give it energy. You focus on it, think about it constantly, talk about it endlessly. It becomes your identity. I am a person with chronic pain. I am a cancer patient. I am someone with anxiety. The condition becomes who you are. And the more you fight it, the more entrenched it becomes. But when you accept that in divine consciousness there is only wholeness, perfection and harmony, and you speak to the condition from that understanding, it must dissolve. Why? Because it has no reality in divine truth. Darkness cannot exist in the presence of light. It simply cannot. Now, let me clarify what acceptance really means, because it is often misunderstood. Acceptance does not mean pretending the pain isn't there. It is not denial. It is not putting on a fake smile or lying to yourself or others about what you're experiencing. Acceptance means understanding that the condition is temporary, changeable, and subject to transformation, while your divine nature is permanent, unchanging, eternal, and perfect. You are not denying your current reality. You are recognizing the higher truth that guides the transformation of that reality. You are affirming a higher reality, one that is more fundamental, more enduring, and more real than your temporary condition. Just as darkness is not a real substance, but only the absence of light, pain and illness are not divine realities. They reflect the absence of our full awareness of divine wholeness. Darkness has no actual power. You cannot fight or push it away, but you don't need to. All you have to do is turn on the light, and the darkness vanishes on its own. It doesn't move anywhere. It simply ceases to exist because it was never a real thing to begin with. Consider this simple analogy, one of the clearest ways to understand this truth. If you're in a dark room and wish to remove the darkness, what do? You don't grab a broom and try to sweep it out. You don't get angry and shout at it to leave. You don't fear or battle it. You simply turn on the light. The moment light appears, darkness disappears, not because you defeated it, but because its existence depended entirely on the absence of light. Your pain, illness, or emotional suffering works in the same way. You're not meant to fight it or treat it as a powerful enemy. Instead, you turn on the light of divine truth. You affirm wholeness. You accept healing. And you speak the reality of divine order. In the presence of truth, the condition dissolves naturally. This is why Jesus said, "Resist not evil." Many misunderstand this teaching, thinking it means passivity or allowing injustice. But that's not the message at all. He was revealing a profound spiritual law that by fighting against what appears to oppose you, you give it power and reality in your consciousness. Instead, affirm the truth and the illusion of evil fades before it. So when you address your pain, don't say, "You terrible pain, I hate you. You're ruining my life. Get out of me." That's resistance. It empowers the condition and strengthens its hold. Instead, speak from divine authority. "To this condition I speak with the power of divine truth. You hold no power over me. You are not of God and have no reality in divine mind. You are temporary and subject to change. Divine order now dissolves you and restores perfect harmony in every cell, every tissue, every part of my being. I accept my healing now, for I am one with infinite wholeness. I speak truth, and you must dissolve, for you cannot exist in its presence." Feel the contrast between the two approaches. One is rooted in fear and resistance, a victim consciousness battling what seems powerful. The other is grounded in truth and authority, the awareness of being a divine expression that speaks reality into form. The great spiritual masters of history understood this secret. They realized something humanity has mostly forgotten. We live in a mental and spiritual universe. Consciousness is primary, conditions are secondary. Mind shapes matter, not the other way around. Your consciousness creates your experience. This is not mere philosophy or abstract theology. It is spiritual law in action. This is the deepest scientific truth about the nature of reality. Modern quantum physicists are now validating what the mystics have always known, that the observer affects the observed, that consciousness shapes reality, and that the universe is more like a thought than a fixed object. At the quantum level, particles exist in a state of probability until observed, at which point consciousness collapses the wave function into a definite state. The implications are profound. Reality is not rigid or fixed. It is fluid and responsive to consciousness. When your consciousness is aligned with divine truth, with the awareness of one power, one presence, one healing intelligence, one perfect wholeness, your experience must reflect that. It cannot be otherwise. It's law. Your outer world always mirrors your inner world. Change your inner state and the outer reality must shift. This is not wishful thinking or fantasy. This is spiritual science at its deepest level. Your consciousness is creative. Your beliefs shape your reality. Your words carry power. Your faith activates universal law. When your consciousness aligns with divine wholeness and you speak to your condition from that place, healing must occur. It is not a maybe. It is law. Some of you might be thinking, "I've tried positive thinking, affirmations, visualization. I've done everything and I'm still suffering. Why didn't it work for me?" I'll tell you why positive thinking alone is not enough. Affirmations alone are not enough. You must understand the principle behind them. You must impress your subconscious mind with spiritual truth consistently, persistently, and with conviction, feeling, and faith. One repetition or occasional affirmation will not erase decades of negative programming. Consider how long you've been telling yourself, "I'm sick, I'm weak, I'll never get better. This is hopeless, I'm a victim." Years, maybe decades of entrenched belief cannot be undone in a single moment. You must practice consistently, sometimes multiple times a day, with full awareness of the principles. You must speak to your condition with feeling, not mechanically. You must work toward belief until the new programming replaces the old. Think of it like walking through a field along the same path for 20 years. Over time, a deep groove forms where your feet travel. That groove represents your old programming. When you choose a new path, the first steps are uneven and uncomfortable. Your feet want to follow the old familiar groove. But if you persist, a new groove gradually forms. The new path eventually becomes as natural and automatic as the old one. This is exactly what you are doing with your consciousness. You are creating new grooves, new habitual ways of thinking, believing and speaking. This is not about one desperate prayer in a moment of suffering. This is about reconditioning your consciousness, aligning it with divine order, and establishing a new baseline of belief. This lesson is about making divine truth your dominant thought instead of fear or doubt. It requires practice, repetition, and persistence, but it truly works when done correctly, consistently, and with faith. Now you understand the three core principles. First, the infinite healing presence is always active within you. Second, you must address your condition directly with spiritual authority. And third, healing comes through the acceptance of divine truth, not by resisting with fear. These are not just comforting ideas. They are spiritual laws that work when applied with faith and understanding. But understanding alone isn't enough. You must put it into practice. Let me guide you through the exact exercise that will allow you to experience this healing personally. Everything taught so far comes down to this practice. If you perform it consistently and with conviction, you will see transformation. I can guarantee this not because I have any special power, but because spiritual law works for anyone who uses it correctly. Each night before sleep and every morning upon waking, you will do this practice. These are the most effective times to influence your subconscious mind, because in that drowsy state between sleep and wakefulness, the conscious mind relaxes and becomes less critical during this moment. Suggestions can reach the subconscious directly, influencing the deeper mind that governs your body and life experiences. Find a quiet place where you won't be interrupted. Turn off your phone. Inform your family that you need a few undisturbed minutes. Close the door and treat this time as sacred. You're not just performing a routine. You are engaging in a scientific form of prayer that activates your inner healing power. Approach it with respect and full attention. Sit comfortably or lie down if you're doing this before sleep or upon waking. Close your eyes and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale gently through your nose. Hold for a brief moment and exhale slowly through your mouth. With each breath, feel your body relaxing, tension releasing, and your mind becoming calm and open. The first step is recognition. You must acknowledge the truth before you can work with it. Silently or aloud, affirm, "There is one healing power in the universe, and it is within me now. This power created my body and knows how to restore it. It formed me from 2 small cells and developed me into a complete human being. This power is infinite, loving, intelligent, and ever active. It never sleeps, never tires, and never fails. I am one with this power right now. It is my true nature and the essence of my being." Don't recite these words mechanically. Feel their truth deeply. Let them sink into your awareness. This isn't wishful thinking. It's spiritual reality, the ultimate truth of who you are. Sense this power's presence. Know that it's real and active within you right now. Take your time with this step. Don't rush. Allow the awareness of divine presence to fill your mind and replace fear and doubt. Let it become your dominant thought. Spend a few minutes genuinely feeling and accepting this truth. Now move to the second step, speaking directly to your condition. Do this with calm authority, not with anger, desperation, or fear. Speak as someone who understands and consciously applies spiritual law. You're not pleading, you're affirming. You are not hoping. You are not wishing. You are declaring truth. You are speaking with divine authority. Adapt these words to your specific condition. For physical pain, you might say, "To the pain in my lower back, I speak with the authority of divine mind. You are not permanent. You are not my master. You have no reality in divine consciousness. You are temporary, mutable, and changeable. I now dissolve you with the light of truth. Divine order is restoring every cell of my spine to perfect harmony. The infinite healing presence is flowing through my back right now, dissolving all discord, releasing tension, establishing perfect alignment and comfort. Every disc, every vertebra, every muscle, every nerve is responding to the healing intelligence within me. I command you to leave in the name of the one healing power that created me. You must go because divine order is being established, and you cannot exist in its presence. For emotional conditions, speak directly to them. For example, depression. To the depression weighing on me, I speak with divine authority. You are leaving now. Joy is my true nature. Peace is my divine birthright. Divine order is establishing perfect harmony in my emotions, my thoughts, in every part of my consciousness. The light of truth is dissolving you. You have no power over me, because I am one with infinite intelligence which knows only wholeness, joy and perfect peace. For anxiety or fear to the anxiety in my mind and body, I speak the truth. You are not real in divine mind. Peace is the reality. Calm is the truth. Divine order governs my thoughts and emotions. Perfect peace is flooding my consciousness. The infinite presence within me is establishing complete tranquility in every cell, every nerve, every thought. I am filled with the peace that passes all understanding, and nothing can disturb this peace. Whatever your condition, address it directly. Name it, speak to it. Be specific. Always speak from divine authority, not ego. You are speaking as a divine being who knows the truth and declares it with conviction. Use present tense, not future tense. Do not say, I will be healed someday. Say, I am being healed now. Do not say, I hope this pain will leave. Say, divine order is dissolving this pain now. Healing in divine mind is already accomplished. You are simply accepting and allowing it to manifest in your experience. The third step is accepting your healing as already accomplished. Move from asking to accepting, from hoping to knowing, from wishing to claiming. Say something like, I accept my healing now. I do not hope for it, wish for it, or beg for it. I accept it as an accomplished fact in divine mind. I give thanks that divine order is manifesting in my body right now. I'm whole. I am well. I am at peace. I'm restored to perfect harmony. Thank you, infinite intelligence, for my complete and perfect restoration. Thank you that it is done. Thank you that I am healed. Feel gratitude as if your healing has already occurred in divine mind. In spiritual reality, it has. Physical manifestation is simply the outer reflection catching up with inner spiritual reality. Let gratitude fill your heart. Let joy rise within you. Let relief flow through you. This is not pretending. This is not fake it till you make it. This is aligning with what is already true in the invisible realm of spirit, the realm where all manifestation begins. Gratitude is powerful because it embodies the feeling of having already received. When you are grateful, you are not hoping or wishing. You are acknowledging what already exists. That acknowledgement opens the channel for spiritual reality to manifest physically. The fourth step is to release it. Let it go. Do not sit anxiously waiting for results. Do not constantly check to see if the pain is still present. You have planted the seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Now allow it to grow. Trust the process. Trust the divine order. Trust the intelligence within you to do its work. Go about your day knowing, not hoping, that the same power that grows a rose from a seed, turns an acorn into an oak tree, develops a baby in the womb, and heals a cut on your finger, is working within you now to manifest the healing you have accepted. If fearful thoughts arise during the day, and they will, especially in the beginning, do not fight them, resist them, or feel guilty. Gently redirect your attention and remind yourself, divine order is at work in me now. That's all. Then release it and return to whatever you are doing. You are not battling fear, nor trying to maintain a perfect state of mind 24 hours a day. That is neither necessary nor possible. You are training your mind to default to truth instead of fear. Over time, with repeated practice, truth becomes your habitual thought, but this requires time and repetition. Do this practice twice daily, morning and night, without fail. Not when it's convenient, not when you feel like it, not when you remember, but every single day, morning and night. Make it as automatic as brushing your teeth. Your subconscious needs repetition and consistency to accept new patterns. It must hear this message over and over until it becomes the new normal, the new baseline, the new habitual thought. Do not perform this practice half-heartedly or mechanically. Give it your full attention and conviction for 5 to 10 minutes each session, 10-20 minutes total per day, for something that can transform your entire life. Surely your healing is worth this small investment. Some people notice immediate changes. They speak to their condition once and feel relief. Others experience gradual improvement over days or weeks. Both are valid, both are real, and both result from the same spiritual law. Temporary setbacks are normal. Do not let them discourage you. Old habitual thoughts are deeply entrenched and take time to replace. Do not watch for results with anxiety. This gives power to doubt. This is saying, I don't really believe this is working. I need to see proof now or I'll give up. That is not faith. That is not how spiritual law functions. Simply do the practice faithfully and trust the process, the law, and the intelligence within you. Every time you perform this practice, you impress your subconscious with truth. Every time you speak to your condition with authority, you exercise your divine power. Every time you accept your healing with gratitude, you open the channel for manifestation. It is working even when you cannot see it yet. The seed grows underground before it emerges. Keep nurturing it. It will appear. If you experience a flare-up of pain or fear during the day, and you likely will at first, do not panic. Do not think, "It's not working. This is hopeless. I knew this wouldn't work for me." That is your old programming trying to reassert itself. Simply pause, breathe, and return to your awareness of divine order at work. Take a slow breath and quietly repeat to yourself, "Divine order is restoring me now. This condition is temporary. I'm one with infinite healing power." Then release it and continue with your day. You're retraining your consciousness, and that requires patience and consistent practice. Be gentle with yourself, but remain steady. Be kind to yourself, but stay persistent. Remember, your current condition didn't develop overnight, and your healing may not appear instantly. But if you continue this practice with faith and understanding, healing will come. Let's bring everything together so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. Today, you've learned that within you exists a divine order of healing that never stops working. It's always active, always available, and always ready to restore you to wholeness. You've learned that you are not powerless over your pain. You're not a victim. You are not helpless. You possess the authority of divine mind to speak directly to your condition and command it to dissolve. You have access to the same healing power that Jesus and all great spiritual masters used. It is your birthright, your divine inheritance. It's who you are. And you've also learned that healing doesn't come from resisting or fearing your condition. It doesn't come from fighting your pain or seeing it as an enemy. True healing comes from accepting the reality of your divine wholeness and impressing the truth upon your subconscious through words, emotion, conviction, and faith. Now, let's recall the three fundamental truths we discussed today. First, the infinite healing presence is always active within you. Every moment, your body strives for wellness. The intelligence that created you continues to sustain and restore you to perfect balance. Second, you must speak to your condition with spiritual authority, not begging or hoping, but declaring truth with confidence as one who understands divine law and how to apply it. Third, healing occurs through acceptance of divine truth, not through resistance born of fear. You don't fight darkness, you turn on the light. You don't battle pain, you affirm wholeness. These are not abstract ideas or casual concepts to ponder. They are spiritual laws that function for everyone who applies them consistently with faith and understanding. Just as gravity and electricity operate universally, so does the law of consciousness, for everyone who uses it correctly. I want to leave you with an affirmation to carry throughout your day. You can say it any time. When you wake up, before you sleep, when fear or doubt appears, or whenever you need to reconnect with truth, memorize it. Write it down. Keep it visible. Say it often with conviction and feeling. The divine order of healing is at work in me now. Every cell of my body is filled with divine intelligence. Every atom of my being is alive with infinite healing power. I speak to every condition with the authority of the one mind, and all discord dissolves before the light of truth. I'm whole. I'm well. I'm restored to perfect harmony. Divine order governs my body, my mind, my emotions, and my entire life. I rest in this truth and I'm at peace. And so it is. Amen. Repeat this affirmation daily. Say it multiple times if needed. Let it become part of your consciousness, sinking deeply into your subconscious until it replaces fear and doubt with faith and certainty. Let it become as natural as breathing, your default thought whenever pain or fear tries to take over. Understand this. These words are not magical spells or mystical chants. Their power lies not in the sounds themselves, but in the truth they express and the faith you embody when speaking them. When you declare truth with conviction and emotion, your subconscious mind receives it as reality and begins to manifest it. You can adapt these words to fit your own beliefs and language. The wording isn't as important as the understanding behind it. What truly matters is that you're acknowledging divine presence, accepting divine wholeness, and addressing your condition with spiritual authority. The goal is to impress your subconscious with truth instead of fear, with faith instead of doubt, with wholeness instead of sickness. My friend, if you're watching this right now, it's likely because you're in pain, perhaps for a long time. Maybe you've tried everything and nothing seems to help. Maybe you're at the end of your strength, tired, fearful, or losing hope. I understand. I've been there. I know what it feels like. But I want you to hear this clearly. Your pain is not the final word. Your condition is not your ultimate reality. Your diagnosis is not your destiny. Your past does not define your future. Your current experience is temporary. You are far greater than what you are feeling right now. You are more than your pain, your illness, your fear, your suffering. Within you is the same power that created the universe. Pause and let that sink in. The same intelligence that formed galaxies, keeps planets in orbit, makes flowers bloom, seasons change, and tides rise and fall. It is within you, not outside, not distant, not separate. Within you as you are that intelligence expressing itself in human form. And right now, at this very moment, that power is working for your healing. It has never stopped. It never gave up. It has simply been waiting for you to recognize it, accept it, and stop blocking it with fear and doubt. Trust it. Trust this power within you. Trust the divine order of healing. Trust the process I've shared with you. Trust spiritual law. Trust yourself. Trust your ability to learn, apply, and see results. You can do this. You absolutely can. It's not complicated. It's not difficult. It doesn't require special education, talent, or gifts. It only requires willingness. Willingness to try, to persist, and to have faith even when you don't see immediate results. Stop fighting. Stop resisting. Stop identifying with your condition. Stop rehearsing your symptoms. Stop defining yourself by your illness. Instead, begin speaking to your condition with authority. Accept your wholeness. Identify with your divine nature rather than your temporary condition. Speak to your pain with authority and watch it leave. I'm not speaking metaphorically. I mean literally. Address it. Command it to leave in the name of the one healing power. Do this morning and night with faith, consistency, and conviction. Everything you need is already within you. You don't need anyone else to do this for you. Yes, doctors, medicine and therapy can help, and you should use them. But know this, the ultimate healing power is inside you. The ultimate authority, the ultimate source of your restoration is within. Divine order of healing is your birthright. You don't have to earn it, deserve it, or hope to receive it someday. Health is your natural state. Wholeness is your inheritance. Peace is your birthright. Joy is your true nature. Accept it. Not tomorrow. Not when conditions are perfect. Not when you feel ready. Right now. Claim it. Speak it. Believe it. The power is present in you this very moment. Not potentially, not theoretically. Actually, divine order is active within you. As you hear these words, you are being healed even now. Your subconscious is being impressed with these truths. Seeds are being planted that will grow and bear fruit in your experience. Something has shifted in your consciousness simply by opening yourself to these possibilities, considering that maybe you are more powerful than you realized. Hold on to that shift. Nurture it. Water it with your practice. Feed it with faith. Protect it from doubts and fears that try to crowd it out. Give it time, attention, and consistency. And watch what unfolds in your life. If this message resonated with you, if you felt truth stirring in your heart, if something inside said, yes, this is real, this is true, this is what I've been looking for, then I want you to do something now. Click that subscribe button so you never miss these teachings. There's so much more I want to share about how your mind works, how consciousness creates experience, and how you can transform every area of your life through understanding spiritual law. Hit the like button if this helped you. That simple action allows others to find this message. Thousands of people are suffering, searching, feeling hopeless, and your click could bring them exactly what they need to hear. I also want to hear from you in the comments. Tell me what condition you're going to speak to today. Share what you're claiming for yourself. Tell me what insight impacted you most. Declare what you're committing to do. Writing it down and sharing your intention amplifies its power. And as you practice this daily and see results, and you will, if you persist, come back and share your testimony. Tell others what happened. Your experience can inspire and guide someone else on their journey to healing. Share your story. Tell others how this worked for you. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to activate their own faith. We are all in this together, supporting, encouraging, reminding, and lifting each other up when we fall. Before I close, I want you to know something very important. You are never alone, never, not for a single moment. The infinite healing presence is with you always, not sometimes, not when you're good enough, not when you pray hard enough. Always, every second of every day. Closer than your breath, nearer than your hands and feet, more intimate than your own thoughts. You cannot be separated from this presence because it is who you are. You are not a body that has a spirit. You are a spirit that has a body. You are not a limited human occasionally connecting with God. You are God expressing in human form. You are divine intelligence, individualized, infinite power, localized eternity expressing itself in time and space. When you truly understand this deeply and completely, everything changes. You stop feeling small and powerless. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstances. You stop feeling at the mercy of conditions. You recognize your true nature, your divine inheritance. From that consciousness, healing flows naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Trust it. Trust yourself. Trust the intelligence within you. Trust the process. Trust the law. Trust divine order, and watch your life transform before your eyes. I want to leave you with a final word of encouragement and blessing. I've been teaching these principles for over 40 years, and I've seen them work in thousands of lives. I've seen conditions doctors called hopeless completely reversed. I've seen people told they'd never walk again dancing. I've seen tumors disappear, chronic pain vanish, depression lift like morning fog. I've seen broken hearts mend, shattered lives restored. I've seen the deaf hear, the blind see, the lame walk. These are not miracles in the sense of breaking natural law. They are the natural result of consciousness aligned with truth. They happen when someone stops blocking the healing power with fear and doubt and begins activating it with faith and understanding. If it happened for them, it can happen for you. They are not more spiritual, more deserving, or luckier than you. They simply learned what you are learning now and applied it consistently with faith. You can do the same, so I bless you now with the understanding of divine order. I bless you with the peace of divine mind that surpasses understanding. I bless you with the wholeness of infinite love. I bless you with the healing power flowing from the source of all life. I bless you with faith to persist even without immediate results. I bless you with the wisdom to understand and apply these principles. I bless you with courage to speak to your condition with authority. I bless you with patience to practice consistently. I bless you with gratitude for the healing already accomplished in divine mind and now manifesting in your life. Go now, my friend, with confidence, faith, understanding, and power. You are not the same person who started watching this video. Something has shifted. Something has awakened. Something has been activated. You now know what you didn't know before. You've been given a key that unlocks the door to your own healing. Use it today. Use it tonight before you sleep. Use it tomorrow morning when you wake. Use it every day from now on. Speak to your pain with the authority of divine mind. Address your condition directly. Accept that your healing is already accomplished in spirit. Give thanks. Release it. Trust the process. Talk to your pain and watch it leave. Watch it dissolve in the light of truth. Watch it lose its power over you. Watch yourself becoming freer, lighter, more whole, more at peace. Watch divine order expressing in your body, mind, emotions, and entire life. This is not the end. It is the beginning. A new chapter has started in your life where you understand your power and know your true nature and live from that awareness. This is the start of your transformation. Until we meet again, remember the divine order of healing is at work in you now. Every cell of your body is filled with divine intelligence. You are whole, you are well, you are at peace, and so it is. God bless you, my friend. God bless you with the full realization of your divine nature and the complete manifestation of your perfect wholeness. Go now, speak to your pain with authority and watch it leave. Divine order is restoring